Hello everyone, this is Professor Reha and welcome back to AI the Somnium Files. And this time, no mistakes, no stupidity. I've used my one Uno reverse card, so to speak, on the game's complex puzzles, which obviously have flummoxed my giant brain. Now it's time to get serious. It's time to pull up the sleeves, take off the gloves, and pull the socks on.
Only a dream.
Also, Date, you're deranged.
Maybe
It is not.
reality.
No, Date. It's just that somebody, for some reason, has made a statue or figurine of Iris frozen and stabbed in the back. I can't imagine why anyone would want one of these, but if we had done a thermal vision on Sosajimba while we were interrogating him, it would have been interesting to see if he was lying when he said he didn't see a corpse. If he only saw a statue or an ice sculpture, that would be completely different.
Impossible.
For some reason, I thought this was a
And
cutscene.
how else would you explain it? Iris came back to life.
She did not. Let's talk about a dream-changing reality.
It is absurd.
It is absurd.
Not possible. Dreams are figments of the imagination.
Well,
An incident
not entirely.
which took place entirely in your mind cannot have any bearing on the real world. That is preposterous. Consider it. If you were to find money in your dream, does your bank account balance go up in reality?
Yes.
If you
No,
were to be
sadly.
attacked by aliens in your dream, does a swarm of UFOs invade Earth?
Now, see, that's because you have to take it to a logical extreme there, because, quite frankly, some people who are attacked by aliens in their dream are attacked by aliens in reality, according to them.
But at the warehouse,
You must have been hallucinating.
No, I think somebody
Within
has...
Somnium, you saw Iris's frozen corpse.
See, because with this being
is
here in
affecting your mental
Mizuki's Somnium,
state.
that means she's seen it too.
Last night, you were so fazed by it that you couldn't speak. If it bothers
Wait,
you to
I
this
don't
degree,
think he was that
why
fazed
not go
by
talk
it.
to Iris?
Where is Iris now? Let's just stalk her,
cell phone is
kind
on.
of.
I can trace her via GPS. She is currently somewhere in the Lemniscate building.
That doesn't surprise me. Let's talk about Okier Fishery.
I have done some research.
You're going to
As
tell
the
me it
name
was
suggests, the
sold by
company is
the
owned by
Okiras.
The same Okiras we know. Renju's father created the company.
We
another
know all this.
connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has
Oh,
nothing
by the way, I
to do
turned
with
down the
Renju.
gain on my microphone because I noticed I was a little loud when I was editing my last episode, so hopefully this is a little bit better. It's still a little higher than average, but it shouldn't be quite as extreme.
The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years.
Maybe I'm
after Renju's
having the
father
mic
died.
too close to my face. That might be part of the problem. Let me just hit myself in the arm with this microphone really quick. That's fine. That's what all the cool people do, right? There we go. Let's see how
Renju
this
holds
works.
no shares and is not involved in the management. In
This
short,
might be a little too low.
Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was
There we go.
instead given to other persons.
That might work better. Yeah, I think that works better. We'll
But it
find
can't
out.
be a coincidence.
I'll find out in editing.
It certainly is suspicious.
We can talk more about Okier Fishery. Why would we want to? There's
I would
nothing really.
suggest searching the warehouse again. You may
Yes.
be able to discover why Iris was resurrected.
Well played. Have we got any news on Renju's condition?
Mizuki went to Bloom Park 3 nights ago. She was prompted by a Nile message from Renju.
Yes. Which I'm pretty confident. Well, you know from the other reality is not sent from
There are
him.
3 possibilities. 1. Renju killed Shoko, or was an accessory to the murder.
Unlikely.
2. Renju was threatened or blackmailed into luring Mizuki to the scene.
Also unlikely.
3. The culprit used Renju's phone to send the Nile message.
Confirmed by Parallel Universe.
In any case,
Parallel
the
universes
motive
are
is still
very good for
unknown.
investigations.
We need to talk to Renju.
We do.
Where did you
That's
go?
right, he's disappeared again. He's probably dead in his restaurant again. Let's talk to you about it, because you're obviously of sound mind and body.
Iva saved Iris and Somnium, and that changed the history of the real world?
No, it's completely loony.
Well, I guess it's not
What
possible.
the hell do you mean it's not
That
impossible?
isn't what you said yesterday.
That was then, this is now.
What do you
a
mean?
woman's mind changes with the phases of the moon, you know?
I'm gonna be really honest. I have not met a woman whose mind changes with the phases of the moon, and I'm very glad.
No, it doesn't.
Anyway,
Thank you,
I
Iba.
believe in Date. I trust him more than anyone else in Abyss.
And yet you lie to my face constantly. What does that tell you?
Congressman Sajima is suspicious in more ways than one.
Really? The man is practically oozing suspicion out of every pore.
Exhibit A. 3 days ago, so-called Shoko Nadami's
Right after
phone.
she died, yeah, 2 minutes
Still don't
later.
know exactly why. He only told us
Probably
it was
something
meant to be
shady.
private.
Yeah, they were cooking up
Exhibit
a hideous deal together, I'm sure.
So Sajima was at Okiura Fishery Warehouse last night.
Yes.
He didn't inform us of this. It must be something he doesn't want us knowing.
Like,
Exhibit
ice sculptures?
C. So was an Iris's Somnium. Dreams are constructed from memories.
Wait, hold on. The voice actress either goofed that or the text goofed, because she just said, "So is an Iris's Somnium," which is a quote from the parallel universe, where So was an Iris's Somnium with a woman's body but his face. Somebody's goofed.
Yet the good congressman denies he ever knew Iris.
Yeah, where is So now?
I sent him home yesterday.
You
Okay.
released him?
What
I
was
mean,
I supposed to do?
we didn't really have
We
anything to
can't
hold him with.
without solid proof.
Yeah.
What we saw with Iris hasn't happened yet.
In any case, we have to speak with him again.
Yes, he is definitely a person of interest still.
Stranger things have been known to happen.
Yeah, I can buy
2
the
days ago,
prophetic
Date
dreams.
found Iris's frozen corpse
That's
in
not
Mizuki's
something I
Somnium.
necessarily mind buying into for the purposes of plot, but the
It
dreams changing
must have
reality
been
I'm not
prophecy.
quite buying.
Boss.
There's a lot of stuff in this world that can't be explained by science.
Facts, like why you lie to me all the time. That's not science. That is contradictory, and I call BS. That's a really scary thing for a police officer to have.
You asked Mama at Marble for information
Yeah, but she didn't
regarding
know.
Renju Okiura, correct? It is possible she may have something for you by now.
Maybe. Probably not. He's probably dead.
We can talk to Iris's mom as well.
Yeah,
She
that would
was
be helpful.
Renju's classmate, right? Iba told me about her.
We can kill 2 birds with 1 stone going to, Iris's
There are
house.
4 people I should talk to. So Sajima, Iris and Hitomi Sagan, and Mama. And I need to check the warehouse one more time.
We have many avenues of investigation.
Yeah.
Let's get moving.
Just because it's basically double worth it, I'm gonna go to the Sagan? I'm really bad with pronouncing names. The Sagan residence first?
I apologize for yesterday. I arrived uninvited.
Ah,
I'm
fuck
grateful.
that. Go for it.
Thanks to
Mizuki
you.
was happier.
Mizuki has your
It's
voice
fine.
back.
No, I didn't do anything.
You were motherly, and that's all you needed to do. Let's talk about Iris.
I've put Iris through
Also,
so
I just
much.
noticed your ankles are at a hideous ankle. Really, me? At a hideous angle that shouldn't be
I was
humanly
19
possible.
and single when she was born. People didn't take kindly to that.
Yeah.
Iris was such a fighter. She always protected me.
Wait a minute, hold on. You were 19 at the time. How old are you claiming to be now? Where are you? Hitomi. Not Mizuki. No one needs to know about Mizuki right now. Hitomi. You're claiming to be 37. Okay, that checks out with your story anyways, but I'm still not buying that Iris is 18. I think she was 20 and you had her at 17. I'm standing by this
I
so
remember,
far.
One time at the nursery, some of the other mothers were talking about me. Iris ran up to them and said, "Don't talk about my mommy." I'm supposed to be the mother, but it's Iris who's always protecting
Honestly,
me.
who the hell cares what they were saying? Like, you never even see them again, so fuck them, right? It's that
They
ankle.
died
It
when I
really
was
bothers me.
17. I was an orphan, and my relatives lived far away.
So you have no one to corroborate the idea that you were pregnant at 19. You could have been pregnant at 17.
They might have taken me in, but I was already in my second to last year of high school. It wasn't a good idea for me to move that late. So I decided
You know,
to
it would
stay
also
here.
make sense for
By
them to
myself.
reject you if you were pregnant and they didn't want to
Take
deal
care
with the
of
baby.
Iris.
Yes. All alone. But Renju would help sometimes.
Because Renju's secretly the father.
It was always just me and her. Vacations, barbecues, zoos.
Barbecues? A
amusement
random
parks.
thing to throw out there, but okay.
Oh, that reminds me. When Iris was 5, There was a children's theater show in Bloom Park. It was called Milky Moon. It was about girls as magical space rangers and such.
Ah, basically the Power Rangers.
She loved singing and dancing. Even as a kid, whenever she heard music, her body would start moving. It was a quirk of hers.
Whatever the hell she's doing here is
And
kind of
she did it
disturbing.
at the show, too. Toward the end, when all the Milky Moon girls were dancing to the ending song, Iris climbed up onto the stage and danced with them. I tried to stop her, of course.
How did you fail to stop a child from climbing up onto a stage? I'm just gonna ask this. Were you shot in the arm at this point? Maybe she was. It's possible. That I want to know
Grabbed her arm and tried to get her to
where this
sit
was in
up.
relation to you getting shot in the arm.
Before I knew it, she was up there, dancing. And everyone was so excited. Even I was dancing by the end of it.
That's a little extreme.
over,
I've never
she
yet seen
had a
anything
smile on her
theatrical
face.
invoke that kind of reaction.
Mama, you're a good dancer. That's the kind of girl she was.
Can you fix your ankles, please?
Whenever she sees someone playing music on the street, she'll run up and join them, right then and there. Music
Even
at the
now?
train station,
That's kind of
the
dangerous.
crosswalk beeping.
Excuse
Even
me?
At convenience stores, when their little chime played, she would start dancing. It almost got her into trouble once.
I would
She was
imagine
on the
more
travel
than one
journey,
time.
And a truck drove by. It was playing loud music out the windows. She climbed up to the top and started dancing, but she lost her balance and fell. She fractured
interesting.
her leg pretty badly.
So, no sense
It
of
was on a
self-preservation.
Sunday, and it was hard to find an open emergency care.
Really?
I was carrying
Huh,
her on
interesting.
my back, running and running through town. I could still hear her crying. Will I still be able to dance, Mommy?
How old was she at this
Will I
time?
still dance? She cried and cried into my shoulder. It was the only time she ever cried so much. No, that's
Uh-oh.
not true. There was one
Was it
other
the time you were shot in the arm? What was the other time? Spill the beans.
6 years ago. I was
Okay,
the victim of a shooting.
so you weren't shot in the arm when she went up onto the stage, because I assume she was a small child then. She would have been 12 or 14, depending on which birth date you're going by, mine or yours. And so if we were talking about a child's show that you got up onto, I would say at most you would have been 7. So how did you stop a child in the single-digit ages, at the most extreme 9, from climbing up onto a stage when both of your arms were perfectly functioning?
After the surgery, Iris came in running.
Now, does she know why you were shot? Because you were shot in connection with
Mommy, don't die! Don't die!
Prisoner 89, right?
Please don't die, Mommy! Don't die!
I mean, she was only shot in the shoulder. It's not that bad. But then she is a child of
I swore to
roughly
myself
13 years old, give or take a year.
I would protect her, no matter what.
One-handed,
Iris is
single-handedly,
to me.
literally.
More important than my own
Ba-doom-tsh.
life.
Do you know where Renju is?
You asked me that yesterday.
See, look, there's something wrong with this reality. There's something wrong with this parallel universe. The other parallel universe, all the words matched all the voice lines. In this parallel universe, nah. It's happening too often, too frequently now, for that to be coincidence. I think Date's going nuts.
Right from the hospital? I'm
Yes.
sorry, I have no idea.
Fair enough.
Today's a holiday. I suppose there's never a day off for a detective. Oh,
Nah,
but you aren't a detective, right?
I am, but I don't like to tell people.
Technically, yes. But I still deal with crime.
I see. Today is a holiday.
Why are you surprised by this? You should be connected to the internet and know this
You
shit.
forgot too, didn't you?
Iris
Summarize.
must really enjoy dancing.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Though
disturbing.
her drawing skills could use some work.
Drawing skills?
Look at the
Hello,
drawing on the
guy?
wall.
I've been wondering about that picture.
Why does it look like everyone's
Iris
bloodstained?
drew it when she was 12.
12 specifically,
That's
huh?
you on the left and Iris in the middle, correct?
Yes,
And that's Prisoner
Who's on the
89
right?
on the right.
the man I was dating at the time. It was only for 3 months, but
Interesting. Summarize for me again, Iba. Oh, I have to look at the drawing
I
again?
met him about 6 years ago.
Okay.
Have you been to the Ikume Shrine in the Minato district?
Maybe?
I was praying there one
Oh,
day,
yeah.
and I heard a voice. Well, more like a groan.
So
Behind
this
the
is
shrine,
where we get
I saw a man
her
sitting
side
on
of the
ground.
story.
He was bleeding badly from his stomach. I took out my phone to call an ambulance, but he grabbed my wrist, and he held me, and then
And this did not disturb you or weird you out at all?
kissed me. I was shocked, but when I stared into his eyes,
You fell in love with the bleeding man who kissed you with absolutely no reason or words spoken. Awesome. That's such a romantic story. I can't even believe it. I'm crying tears of beautiful romantic bliss right now.
I heard footsteps, and then a bunch of men yelling. They were looking for him. When the voices and
And
footsteps
you
faded,
questioned none of
he
this.
let me go. Don't call an ambulance. And don't call the cops. I knew he had to be a criminal. So I took him to an underground clinic I knew.
Can we stop for a moment and ask where the hell you knew about an underground clinic? As, what are you, a middle school teacher, I believe? I almost thought she was a kindergarten, but that couldn't be accurate. Middle school teacher knows about underground clinic. Is that where you took Iris for her fractured leg? I'm kind of
Took him to a
curious.
mob doctor?
Renju's friend. I only met him once.
Okay, but this didn't make you question Renju? Like, you ask no questions. What is this? Oh, we're gonna go back to the drawing? Okay.
Even though we had our first kiss seconds after meeting each other, it took a long time before I got to see him again. The first time we held hands was when we watched a horror movie together. The first time I took his arm was when we went to a haunted house.
I detect an extremely strong level of horror themes here.
But I wasn't the one who grabbed him. A zombie jumped out and scared us, and he clung onto my arm.
Interesting.
He had that cute side to him. And I was falling in love.
That's the fastest falling in love I've ever seen in my life. Wait, I'm gonna guess
Our
we're looking at
second
the...
kiss
Yeah, I
was
knew
in
it.
the car. It's cliche, I know. But we drove around at night, looking at all the lights.
I still
We parked
don't
our car
understand
near a
how the
warehouse
whole...
and kissed.
Obviously, criminal being chased by other criminal types,
I don't think
getting
we ever
shot,
fell in love,
and kissing you with no context
but we both knew.
was... This didn't bother you.
We were getting
What is
closer
wrong with
and
you?
closer.
Closer
I
and closer
introduced
to
him
what? A
Iris
tragedy?
About a month after I first met him. Iris
Okay.
never had a father figure in her life before. She warmed up to him immediately.
Why is she wearing like a
Treated
Halloween
him
cat
like a real
pin?
dad. From then on, it was always the three of us
For
together.
2 whole more months.
We'd
What
go to
happened?
the beach,
You got
the
shot by
river, the
Rohan and
sea.
that was it? Oh no,
We
he
used
went to
our cars.
prison. That's right.
Going to barbecues with another person was a new experience for me and Iris. Everything felt so fresh.
Fresher.
Every day was so...
Freshest. Freshershist. More picture?
Oh,
Yep.
sorry. You asked about the picture.
Yes,
Wanted to
but
make
you know,
all
the rest of
the
it's great
Miyake
background
He
information.
was working with the hot plate.
You
It
wanted
was
to make...
ridiculous.
What again? I
He
know
was
it's a
trying to
Japanese
flip one
dish and I don't know it.
up in the air and landed right on my head.
How the hell did he manage that?
Iris saw the whole thing and laughed and laughed. I hadn't seen her laugh like that in a long time. I was having so much fun that I put an okonomiyaki on their heads too. Plop, plop. I added the
What are you
banana flakes
adding
and
plops
mayo
for?
and sauce. At this point, there was no going back. Eggs flew, flour going everywhere. The room was not a pretty sight. After our battle, we
What the
laughed
hell
like
are...
crazy.
What?
We were rolling around on the floor. So Iris decided to draw it. It's nostalgic.
And then he was arrested. No, wait. More picture?
Those
I knew it.
days didn't last. 6 years ago, in November,
Yep, that would be Rohan.
a man with a gun broke into our house. Fortunately, Iris wasn't home at the time.
Okay,
My
where was
boyfriend
she?
That's why the gunman came. He wanted to kill him.
Interesting.
He wanted to kill him, and he would never stop. He pulled the trigger. I tried to protect him.
Got it in the
The
shoulder.
bullet hit me, but the police arrived. They were
Uh-huh,
both
that would be
arrested
boss.
and incarcerated.
Yep, and Prisoner 89
Why was he
was
after your
framed.
boyfriend?
Before he met me, he committed some terrible crime.
And you
I
don't
know
have
the
an issue with this?
details, but it was awful.
What
So
was it?
He became a target for underworld criminals. I don't know exactly why, but I know that he betrayed them in some way.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this is a
May I
story
ask you
I knew,
something?
and it's so much more touching
course.
from your side.
I had heard that incident
It just
was a
actually
random
makes you
break-in gone
look like a
wrong.
complete lunatic.
Oh, that's not.
That's
true.
part of the cover story, Date. Come on,
I lied
guy.
about it at the time because of Mizuki. Mizuki is Iris's friend. If she
Mhm.
found out, Iris would find out too. I
Wait,
didn't
find
want
out what?
Iris to know
No what?
that I was dating a criminal. He was her
Okay.
father figure.
Oh, I
Iris
see.
stepped up to him.
I get
If
it.
she found out about his past,
She might lose that... Oh, we're finally done with looking at the picture? Okay, perfect.
Date, we can't spend time reminiscing.
Excuse me, this is background information we already learned from another parallel universe.
We have to
Relax.
get moving.
If this had been the first parallel universe I chose, this would have been new information for me, so relax, Aiba. Okay, next I want to go to the cold storage warehouse. I want to see why one would want an ice sculpture of a dead Iris in here, for whatever reason. Alright, we're
A
just...
switchboard. Nothing
yes.
seems out of the ordinary.
We can look at it more? Nope, okay.
You first arrived here yesterday at 9 p.m.
Yes.
At that time, lying on this workbench was...
Iris's
fake
dead
Iris.
body, covered with a white cloth.
But the second time,
The corpse was gone.
it was 11:25 p.m.
That's a
But the
long
body
span
could
of
not
time.
have simply vanished.
It's almost 3.5
Crime scene
hours.
investigation was here before 11:25 p.m.
It was even less time than 3.5
When did they
hours.
arrive?
According to the report, 10:30
1.5
p.m.
hours. Not a bad amount of
After we
time.
finished sinking with So.
It took them an hour and a half to get here?
That is weird.
Correct.
Why did it take them so long?
Unknown.
Boss's
The report
interference.
does not specify. Perhaps a result of outside influence.
Boss.
Outside influence.
Come on,
In
guy.
any case,
We know Boss
there's
lies to
nothing
us
of note
constantly.
about the bench.
Or, well, at least I do.
Examining it will not reveal any
You don't
further
know that.
information.
Don't judge me. I'll examine it again. Fuck you, Aiba.
A forklift. It doesn't seem like it's in use. It was likely
Yeah?
just
What
left
gives
here.
that away? The ice? And
A
this one is
forklift.
fresh.
Nothing seems out of the ordinary.
Except for the fact that it's not covered in ice like the other one, which for some reason you're not questioning.
That machine is used to cut ice.
No kidding.
Do they store ice here?
I don't know. Do they? What do
There
you
are only
think?
a few items on the shelf. It is likely that this warehouse isn't in regular use.
Aiba continues to be Captain Obvious. Thank you, Aiba. Very helpful. Love to see it. Is there anything hiding in the corner again? No.
There are numerous cardboard boxes on the shelves. There is nothing abnormal about them.
Says you. Have we x-rayed them? No. There's the oil drum.
I'm Jemimon.
Okay, I'm gonna be really honest. I should have expected a Digimon reference in this game somewhere. I'm not sure why this shocks me.
Aiba, the jokes, you've gotta stop.
Gonna be really honest. Should have seen it coming. At least I believe that was a
The crane on the
Digimon
ceiling.
reference. It might have been a double
Nothing has
reference to
changed.
something else as well. Uh-huh. There's nothing in it. And why is it on the floor? Why is there an empty cardboard box on the floor? You can't tell me it's
A wooden
insignificant.
box. There is
Thank you.
nothing
Yes, there it
inside.
is. Okay. Great. There is air. You wanna... There's something in there.
Nothing.
But finding nothing may, in fact, be something.
You're silly.
What do you mean?
I was just thinking out loud. Let's get going. Date, your temperature is dropping. At this rate, they might find your body.
That would be an event. Actually, since almost no one goes in there, it would be ages before they found his body. I'm actually gonna go to Marble first, because I don't think Mama's gonna know anything new. If I find Oda here, I'm gonna slap him. Just for having a stupid grin on his face at the maid cafe. When he's allegedly in love with Iris, it's
You
just
need
so
more
stupid.
info on Ren? I'm
If you
sorry
have
to
it.
waste your time, but I don't have anything for you.
Thanks for keeping an ear out, though, Mama. Why are you brushing that fish? I didn't even know it was a fish.
Calming.
You know, that's
Why
fair.
Is that?
Don't ask me.
You know, actually, I respect it. I have a Gears ring on my right hand that I twist just randomly by reflex, and it's wonderful.
I could use a little help down there.
Oh my goodness, Mama, really?
I do not know what she means. Perhaps you should take
No,
her up on
Aiba,
offer.
no.
Absolutely not.
No, Aiba, leave that alone.
You know about Renju and the Kumakura gang, right?
Yes, I do, thank you.
Yeah, I know. I heard it from his own mouth right here.
Do they have anything to do with the talent
Hold on.
scandal at Lemniscate?
Wait, hold
Maybe
up.
now they do, since Renju is the president.
Did you say a talent
Even
scandal?
before that, Renju and the Kumakuras go way back. All the way back to high school.
Really? Okay, I didn't know this. The parallel universe didn't tell me this. Why not?
Hey, Date. Have you ever seen...
He always
this
looks like he's sad about something.
guy? You're a policeman. I don't know what department, but I assume you aren't handing out traffic tickets.
You are correct. I'm handing out invasion
So,
of privacy
how about
tickets. Except I'm invading the privacy.
What about you?
Me? Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, I shot a couple people. Back in Nam.
Not just one, countless bodies.
Ideal in
When I was
bodies.
in high school, I had a pretty crazy job. You know the Kumakura gang?
I
was
cut
hooked
up
in
bodies
one of
for
the
them.
phone fraud scams. I just had to go collect the money from drop points and give it to the Kumakuras. It was an easy job. Eventually, I became friends with the higher-ups.
You have a knack for becoming friends with weird
people.
people.
What jobs?
The target was always an elderly person from the country with no family.
Did you ever stop to ask why? That's kind of weird.
Elderly folk who owned a lot of land.
Oh,
You
okay,
know,
they're just buying up
live
land.
every day in loneliness and desperation. You just have to be nice to them. That's all it takes. You guys would get to know the old people, and they would set up an adoption process.
Interesting.
After that, you just have to get them really drunk. Throw them in the tub full of hot water.
And then,
pass.
yep. And it's
like that.
completely accidental,
Heart
yeah.
attack, brain hemorrhage, or they simply go to sleep and drown.
Easy, yeah.
The police almost never investigated.
Yep,
Always
it's just-
looked natural.
Yep. Oh, they
Died of
fell
old
in the bath, or they
So
fell
the
asleep in
adopted
the
gang members
bath,
would
and
inherit the land. Then
ding!
we sell it and make massive profits.
Yep,
I watched a lot of people get killed like that.
that's a pretty
And
easy
I've seen
scheme.
Journalists get killed for getting too close to the truth.
Interesting. The fact that journalists got close to the truth is surprising to me.
So I. Why am I?
It's called alcohol, Renju. Trust me, I've been there.
Are you going to arrest me?
No, you're just a witness.
You didn't do it yourself, right?
No, I was always the lookout. But still,
And he's just
Dante,
having remorse. He's not that bad of a guy. He makes shady business contacts, and obviously from high school. But he himself isn't necessarily an intrinsically villainous guy.
I don't have anything else for you.
That's okay, Mama,
Sorry,
you tried.
I'm not much help.
No, don't worry about
You've
it.
still been more help than Boss has. Which is a shame,
Can you come
because,
back
you
again
know,
tonight?
Boss
There's
is...
a regular here who is good friends with Ren.
Really?
They should be here tonight. If you ask him, he might have some information for you.
Is his name Prisoner Number 89?
Yes. I'll be waiting for you.
Cool. Alright, sweet. We'll go to Lemnis Gate, because I don't really expect to get anything out of Sosajima, honestly. He's just such a pain in the ass. I noticed we haven't been driving the car. We've never seen the driving scene in a little bit. In a hot minute.
I am so aggro right now.
That's not how you use the term aggro in regular English.
Who says that?
No one.
Why are you angry?
You backed out on your Shovel Forge promise.
Shovel Forge was not part of the promise, so back up. It was supposed to be a date.
I didn't make any promises.
You did. Don't lie to
promised
her.
me a date, though.
I
See-
did go to your house.
She did actually remember and flip it on him.
2 minutes before midnight, and you didn't even take me anywhere.
Yeah, because we only had 2 minutes.
We could have gone somewhere. Iturup, Kunashir,
In 2 minutes?
Shibutan,
Look, I'm not that
Hamamai?
familiar with Tokyo, so maybe I'm wrong, but that seems unreasonable in 2
Absolutely not.
minutes.
Then you should have come earlier.
Well,
She's got you there, man. She's got you dead to rights. How you doing, boobs? What's your type?
Well, I like guys that like New Guinea fruit bats and yellow spotted neck turtles.
What the fuck?
I
What the hell is that about? No, I'm sorry, hold on. Yes, I know there's a receptionist sitting behind the desk. We're actually gonna save really quick. We're just gonna, I just want to save in case this goes into another marriage in another parallel universe. Don't even worry about it.
Why?
Are you not into him in this
may
reality?
lead to something in the future.
Parallel universes?
I don't know.
Date, we're on an investigation.
Just let me have this.
Alright, so do you not, are you not in
That's
love
enough.
with...
I'll come right out of your eye socket if you don't stop.
That's impressive. That's an effective threat.
I'm serious. I'm going to pop out.
Wait, I want to see this. That was funny, though. I wish that had happened, really.
I'm 5'4".
Good answer. Props to you. for dodging the obvious implications. You know, kudos. She's smarter than she lets on.
That is clearly not what you meant.
I am so impressed. You have no idea. Why is Iba getting upset, though?
I want to, too. We've been looking for him. We've been getting so many calls, it's hard to keep up with.
I can imagine you have a hard time keeping up with calls. You take forever to speak. I'll say this because it's awkward.
Iris, promise you won't laugh, but I saw something at the cold storage warehouse last night.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Your dead body.
Okay, he didn't say it weirdly. Okay, I thought he was gonna say I saw your body, and that would have been, like, really weird and awkward. She totally broke her
I
promise.
told you not to laugh.
But come on, Date. I'm alive. I'm
What
right here.
what if this is a Somnium of Date's, and none of this is real?
Jump around. Woohoo!
You're not jumping.
Stop, I'm serious.
Why are you clapping? What the hell?
In my dream, I saved you from being killed.
Wait. But that wasn't your dream, that was Sosajima's dream.
And here you are, which is why I was like that when I went to your house yesterday.
So, could this be
Sorry,
Sosajima's
I don't want
Somnium?
telling you all this.
No, it's fine. Sorry for laughing.
Why
I
are you
just
suddenly apologetic?
didn't know what was up with you.
Huh?
I believe you, Date. Maybe
What?
you were in a parallel world or something.
Oh my goodness, she's breaking the fourth wall, she's aware. She knows about timed hits. Damn it.
Another bizarre explanation.
Shit, she knows about timed hits. We're doomed. Not only is she a witch, but she knows about reality. We're doomed.
Off?
Yeah, from school.
Oh, yeah. It's a holiday. So I decided to come to Lemniscate.
Except I think you've already graduated 2 years ago.
We're going to do a recording for a show soon.
Okay. Why was your phone off yesterday? Spill the
I
beans.
know you were mad about our date, but why was your phone off? I couldn't get a hold of you.
Did you lose your phone? Was it stolen? Let's talk about the late night visitor. Was it Sosajima?
Last night around 2 a.m., someone visited you. Who was it? And you left the house as well. Where did you go?
You really want to know?
Yes, and he's setting himself up for blackmail for
And
this.
you'd do anything for
Here
the
we
answer.
go, here we go. Wait for
Yes.
it. Wait for it.
All right then. Shovel Forge.
No.
Then go on a date with me.
This
Again, no.
But you owe me for yesterday.
I told you I couldn't get a hold of you.
Objection. Even if you did get a hold of me,
I know
you
that
wouldn't wanna
reference.
see me anyway, right?
That's Phoenix Red Ace Attorney. Love those games.
Until you fulfill your promise, I won't tell you anything.
I told you, she's a blackmailing witch. Regardless of the reality. It's awful. It's terrible. It's immoral. It's funny, though.
What about him?
He's missing, probably dead.
A traffic accident? I'm worried.
Any
Why?
idea where he could have gone?
I'm sorry, no.
You are way more concerned about that than I thought you would be.
I've seen him on TV.
Ever met him?
No.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
Interesting. Someone here is bullshitting me. I think it's Iris.
So, what are we doing?
That she's
What do you
gonna
mean?
pull right along.
For our date, of course.
Why are you so interested in dating him? Ah, shit. I have to make the choice. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna save first. We're gonna save in an alternate slot, just like alternate. No. Oh wait, you were actually selecting the correct one? Yeah, something files too. And we're gonna say yes because I need to know who that visitor was at 2 a.m. Let's go. They just stare each other down.
Fine.
Hey, wait a minute.
And she's clapping. What the hell? You stay out of this, tits.
Yay!
Why are you happy
Will you
about
play
this?
Shovel Forge with me?
I will not.
So, we'll go on a date then.
Yes.
Deal. And you have to honor our agreement this time.
I can't believe it.
Now, my question is,
But we can't go right away.
no kidding, you've got a recording coming up.
I have a recording coming up. I should be done by
Look
3,
at that.
though.
Tessa, we're starting soon.
Got it.
She's way too happy
Date.
about this.
Meet me back here at 3?
Don't show me all of your teeth like that,
You
it's
ditch
weird.
me. I will be beyond furious.
Just don't say you're aggro.
Anyway, bye for now. Peace.
I'll slap you if you say you're aggro again.
There is no point remaining here. Let's get moving.
Yeah, I'm still not sure why she's so interested in Date from a date perspective. It's very unusual. What is that, a 9-year difference? Not too bad, but still. It's unusual for over 7 years, as far as I know, at least.
So Sajima is a key person of interest in this case.
Thanks, Iba, for the hot take.
Earlier, the boss cited 3 points of suspicion against him.
I mean,
and
she
agree with
was
her
holding
assessment.
back, too. I mean, the
I checked
man
the call logs of
practically
So's
snorts suspicious activity like a drug addict snorts cocaine.
Congressman Sajima has one phone under his name, and a burner phone rented under a fake name.
Did
Can
you
I
find
say that?
anything interesting?
Who cares?
Unfortunately, no.
Really?
But I do have something.
What do you have?
I looked into So's secretary's phone.
That's
One
impressive.
call in particular
I had
stood
not
out
thought
to
of
me.
that.
Huh?
It was 1 week ago, from Fuchu Prison. The
Interesting.
caller identified themselves as inmate number
Number 89. Boom. Everyone knows number 89.
Number 89.
Beats
Yes.
number 69,
This is most likely the same
but
person
not as
who
good
called
as
HQ.
420. Blaze it.
I know who killed Shogun Adami.
Yep. So, in other words, was he set up to call that in? Let's see what you know about him. Okay,
You
great.
have to ask Mr. Sajima for that information.
Oh, that's reliable.
Number 89 said he knew who killed Shoko.
He did, but that may be a lie.
Does
Yes.
he have any connections to the Cyclops serial killings?
Unknown. In all honesty, I have no idea.
The whole thing of stripping the identity of prisoners is
From what I can determine,
very
he is an
inconvenient for
assassin.
investigation.
He accepts jobs from the criminal underworld for substantial rewards. His code name is Falco.
Falco Lombardi.
Falco.
Correct.
Does he pilot a spaceship? Does he grow feathers when no one's looking? What do you think he's in jail for?
He is serving a life sentence for multiple counts. He was imprisoned 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Yes. When he took the fall.
Unknown.
You don't know?
He is not registered in any databases. He could be a foreigner or recent immigrant, but it would be impossible.
So in other
to
words, it's an
determine from
exception
where.
made in his case.
However,
Awesome.
I did not detect any accent in his speech. I believe we can conclude that he grew up in Japan.
Yes, that's a pretty safe conclusion. Thank you, Iba.
Number 89.
Should we visit Fuchu Prison?
No.
We don't have time.
It's
Call up
completely
boss.
unimportant.
Tell her to request that number 89 be brought to a
That way we can have another story time with
Roger.
him. In this universe. Because we haven't had enough story times with number 89. It's my favorite pastime. I love to hear it. Every time. Popcorn. Get the popcorn ready for next time.
I heard there was no body found at the cold storage.
I heard you were still a shady fuck.
Isn't your investigation over?
No. I'm gonna slap you in the face. I wish I could. About number 89.
Number 89? Who is that?
An inmate at Fuchu Prison. He used to go by Falco.
Lombardi.
He was an assassin.
Italian. You know of him?
Odd, finding such a person in Japan.
Don't smile like that. There's no reason to, and it makes you look stupid.
What about him?
About a week ago, he called your secretary.
Wait, hold on. Let me get this straight, Date. Prisoner number 89 called So's secretary, not the other way around? Because that's interesting. That's
I don't know anything
significant.
about
That removes my original theory that So Sajima put number 89 up
He
to
was
the
probably
whole I know
calling
who
for
killed
a pardon
Shoko.
or some such nonsense.
This means he was calling so
My
actively.
secretary probably decided it wasn't worth my attention.
You know,
If you
okay,
need information, you can ask her. I can't help you.
fair enough. I'll let him have that one. It could be true that he didn't actually talk with number 89. If number 89 was actively calling the secretary, then it is possible the secretary didn't tell So Sajima. So I'll buy that.
You are beginning to irritate me.
You are a blemish on the face of humanity. So don't you get me started. I actually pointed at him on the screen
What
for
did you
some
want
reason.
to talk to her about? What is the private matter you mentioned? What is your relationship with her?
I'll answer your questions when you present a warrant.
Dirty old man. I somehow
told
just
you
scratched
I
my
will
face.
Not answer that question.
And why not? We didn't find anything there. There's nothing to hide.
That's where he goes to
It appears
masturbate.
that he will not respond.
that's the first thing that pops into my head.
How many
Awesome.
times do I have to tell you? I don't know that girl. I've never seen her before.
Date.
Ah, here we
I
go.
knew he was
Finally, we thermograph this man.
This proves it.
I am having difficulty determining his motive for lying. After all, Iris was not killed.
Maybe he's got a secret with her he doesn't want us knowing. What are you hiding so?
He's an A-set fan.
Haven't you people got enough? I'm very busy.
No, you're not. You're out here feeding the fish. You have nothing to do. If you did, you wouldn't be out here feeding the fish.
I do have one more thing to tell you. To be honest, Kaname Date, I don't like you.
I get an opportunity to use this quote. Mr. Tsujima, I want you to look upon this field. It is my field of fucks. You will notice it is barren. Thank you. I'll show myself out.
See you again.
You will. We'll see each other.
So I suggest that
And then
you
I'll kill
don't
you.
show your face here anymore. It's what's best for both of us. Understand?
I don't care about what's best for you. I really couldn't care less.
Who does this guy think he is?
I'm hoping he
Date,
dies
Your
again.
blood pressure is skyrocketing. Any higher could kill you.
Really?
Relax, Date. We still have much to do.
Just shoot him.
I
He's
know.
a shady as hell politician. No one's gonna care. Except the bodyguards, but, you know. Other than them. Other than the small matter of a private army, you know, there's no one who will care about that. That's fine. Does he have a private army in this parallel universe? These are the questions that have to be asked. That's
took care of
not
what
a
you
good
asked
thing.
for.
That sounds shady as hell. Please elucidate.
Number 89?
He's here, in the interrogation.
Awesome.
I'm on it.
You'll go without me this time. I have some errands to run.
You've got Sosajima to murder. Bet you any amount of
One
money.
of the higher-ups needs me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have Pewter go to the interrogation with you.
Understood.
She's gonna murder Sosajima, and I am for it. Go for it, girl. You go, girl. Show him who's boss. For a second, I thought that was a beard again. Every time. Every time. I like how Pewter just leans against the back there. And now we're gonna go through your sob story again. Mm-hmm. Yes, Date, we've been here before. If you're having deja vu, parallel universes, they exist. Another heart attack, good. Blood pressure rising,
Let's
check.
get started.
Yeah, let's get started. What's your name? 89.
Number 89.
Knew it.
Your real name.
I don't know, I forgot.
Mm-hmm. 6 whole years? Forget? Yeah, no, that checks out. No problem.
I don't know. It's not like I'm counting.
How do you know? How do I know? Why'd you call the secretary?
You know about that.
Yeah, I know
It's
everything.
true.
I'm psychic.
I called Sajima's secretary.
Mm-hmm.
I got him on the line and I told him something very important.
Oh,
You
secretary
spoke with
is
him directly?
Yeah.
interesting. That would have been nice to know
I told
a
him
while
to
ago.
call somebody.
Shoko.
I can't tell you anymore.
Told him to call Shoko. Duh. I can put this together,
Northeast
theoretically.
Africa, a small republic of roughly.
Although I must
100,000.
concede that I don't have evidence for this,
I don't take
it would
kindly to stupid
be
lies.
logical.
Alright, let's get back to the topic at hand. 2 days ago, you called our investigation office. You said you know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That's right.
Who?
Hey, don't be so hasty. We haven't agreed on a deal. You're gonna let me out of prison, right?
Yes, I promise.
You're lying. You don't want
Yep.
to release me.
Actually, knowing your sub-story already, I'm actually kind of in favor of it. Personally.
That's fine. I was expecting this anyway. I just wanted a good excuse to leave the prison.
What do you mean?
You really want to know?
Yeah?
Here's what I mean!
Oh, we're gonna actually fight about it? Okay. Pewter is gonna stand here and watch this.
You'll make a good hostage for me.
Nope, he's gonna stand here.
Take me
You could
to
have.
the exit.
You could have done
Now.
something ages ago, Pewter. Come on, guy. Okay, so this is the alternate version where he tries to escape instead of cooperating. Alright, that's probably because we already got the information from Hitomi.
Oh, darn.
Pewter is the most wholesome guy in this game. He doesn't even swear. Damn it, Pewter.
you kidding
You're
me?
just cuddly.
A criminal serving a life sentence just escaped from Metro Police.
Well, what were you doing, boss?
I ordered everyone to keep quiet about this, but it's only a matter of time before the press sniffs this out. We need to get number 89 back before then.
I'm kinda chill with it, honestly. Like, yeah, he clobbered Date, but quite honestly, he needed a clobbering anyways. fuck you. I'm gonna say don't apologize. Fuck you, boss.
Don't you have something to say?
Nope.
I know an apology isn't gonna fix it, but I know I'm responsible for this. I'll get him.
Well then, good luck.
Fuck you, boss. You don't tell me the truth anyways.
He punched out an officer and stole his clothes.
Good thinking. Did he steal a car too?
On the uniform and brought me with him at gunpoint. Well, he had the gun in his pocket.
Yeah,
hiding
in
it.
the classic noir way. Yeah, I
No
feel
one
that.
on the floor even knew this was happening. He got on the elevator and made it to the ground floor. He even stole my security card.
Good thinking.
He said he'd kill me if I tried anything.
Which he probably would
I
have.
suppose the whole escape took him about 5 minutes.
It was
He must have
that's a
done this.
good escape.
You're rather calm about all this.
Well, there's no point in
coming down
panicking.
from being terrified for my life. I'm in a bit of a fugue state right now.
Yeah, where's my gun? That's a pretty dope gun.
Number 89 still has it.
Okay.
But don't worry, I have a spare. I'll give it to you later.
Okay, thanks for a spare gun, which we apparently
How
have.
would I know? After he got to the exit, he let me go. I didn't see where he went. I collapsed right there.
I can believe that. Summarize for me.
Date, I know you are already aware of this, but there are security cameras all over this
Yes, I
complex.
had assumed.
I checked all of them. Number 89 fled in a car that was waiting for him.
It was waiting for him. Interesting. So Sojima, of course, was involved.
Yes,
Did you see who was driving?
I did.
So Sojima.
You and I know him well.
Renju?
Really? Okay. I did not see that coming. I'm gonna be really honest.
Renju?
Why?
Pewter's response. Hello.
Date, Moma is calling.
MoMA.
From the Kumakuras?
Interesting.
I'll connect him.
Hey, Date, I just got the word. Renju's been seen.
What? Where?
Hey, don't forget our deal.
Deal? What deal?
You forgot already? I'm talking about Tessa.
Duh, come on,
Oh,
Date.
right.
Have a better memory than that. Even I remember that.
I'll be waiting. You know what to do.
What
That's
should we do?
gonna be
We have no
interesting.
choice. We have to take her.
That can be the date. Hey, Iris, how about a hot date to a Yakuza office building? Sexiest times.
To Moma?
Yes.
It'll be great. There'll be party streamers and everything. If we actually pull this off, I'm going to be. It's just gonna blow my mind.
Gosh! Late. You're late.
Amen to you not saying you were aggro.
I'm going home.
Never!
The enthusiasm
Have you
that.
forgotten the vows you exchanged?
Don't put it like
You
that.
drunk?
No, of course not.
You're drunk.
Really?
Kid. I'm kidding! I can't believe I'm gonna shovel forge with you. I'm getting excited!
No
We're
one.
not shovel forging.
I was talking about the dates, silly.
Shovel Forge and a date are synonymous, apparently.
That's really scary.
So where are we going?
It's like saying, oh, you want a Minecraft? And then it's actually a date, and then no one knows if you're gonna actually play Minecraft or go on a date. It's just very confusing. Most upsetting. Where should I take... Wait, this is a choice? Damn. I wasn't prepared for this. I'm going to have to... No, we're gonna stop it here. I'm not prepared for this mentally. With that being said, thank you all very much for joining, and I'll decide this tomorrow. Great. If you like this, please like and subscribe, and have a great 24 hours.